Pre-bans getting locked in right now. Laura and Tian Lang getting pre-banned out in this very first bout with ZERA and YEONHONG.
Good pre-bans, denying the guaranteed practically turn one from the high base speed Laura of 120. Oliver slams down. We've seen Vanessa Bella here from ZERA, but now's the time to think about if you want to go with what we've seen through the tournament, because that means YEONHONG has seen it too.
I love that ZERA's taking his time here. Welcome to the finals, ZERA, because this is exactly how you do it. Take your time, breathe, and take it all in. Because we've got an Oliver first pick with YEONHONG, who took no time at all to slam down that Praha in Shizuka confidently.
That's right, and we know that Praha likes to Prahawk. We saw that happen last time, MVP of the game. Just got to watch out for those clutch little procs out of stun, because we know that Miles has got the stun on board, and Praha might just Prahawk out of it.
Yeah, we'll see, and she's able to provide so much damage with that additional damage she applies with all those hits in that first skill. And we've got ZERA locking in a Juno and a Riley. Very safe picks from both these players right now. Definitely opting to go with the bruiser style of play here.
Stoic, I can't tell if the Shizuka's staying in or not. We got the Juno to cleanse, the Riley to cleanse, the Raccoon to cleanse. I don't know if he's picked enough cleanse against this Shizuka, man.
Oh my lord, and we're gonna see that Doc Puppeteer getting drafted by ZERA, and it's gone. It's gone, guys.
And he wants nothing to do with it. Get that out of here.
Absolutely nothing. And by no surprise, ends out that Tessarian as well. Even though he's got lots of forms of cleanse, it's just too many passives that he didn't want to potentially get Oblivion in there. But let's get into this thing. YEONHONG kicking things off here with the Gianna.
And zero will on the side of ZERA's right now. ZERA has no immunity. YEONHONG can do whatever he wants, and it'll just happen. Now here's the thing. I love the consistent and sustained damage from Miles, especially paired with all these support monsters. However, there is an Oliver on the other side of the field, and that can sometimes be exactly what you need to just take down the Water Sky Surfer Miles.
And that's right, so that Oliver is going to put everything into the Miles. He wants to keep the Miles as low with no attack bar and not get any turns in there. But it looks like Raccoon's going to have something to say. Raccoon's going to pump up that Miles to put out some really good damage. Unit of focus is going to be that Gianna. If YEONHONG keeps targeting this, honestly, everybody's at full health right now, but they definitely want to keep somebody lower, then of course this Riley wants that bomb to go off and deal damage and not get cleansed down the road. But we're going to see a ton more bombs hit the field here with stuns and sleeps and everything under the sun. It's going to be landing there. Oliver pummeling more damage probably into this Miles, opting to go for the Juno instead.
Yeah, we've already seen Raccoon do so much, and we're going to see it happen here too. He just pops right back up again and makes everybody look as if it's the start of the game. And Juno cleanses everything on herself and brings everybody back up to full, considering there were so many debuffs that she cleansed.
Yep, that's right. Also, Juno not getting full team strips there. Obviously, the Shizuka and Oliver still keeping what they had, which is pretty big. Those are two of the most impactful units that YEONHONG has on this side of the field.
Yeah, and here's Praha. Not a ton to do on this turn. You just want to cycle back to it. Look at all these dots. We're in Trial of Ascension right now.
Yep, that's a lot of dots. That's going to be a lot of damage that YEONHONG really can't make up to. Well, he can make up for it because he does have the Praha onto the field, but we'll see what happens. He's got his Oliver. He's going to be pushing back more attack bar, getting the cooldown reset onto the Miles as well. More damage coming towards this Gianna.
Yeah, and this is part of the reason why Raccoon pairs so well with the Miles, because even if the Miles is getting a little controlled, Raccoon can boost him up, be it with a little attack bar boost on skill 1 or a full attack bar boost on skill 2. Gianna holding on by just a thread here.
Wow.
Did she
He
just
did not want to get that violent
out? Wow, that might be one of the worst procs of the day.
Yep, that's just one of those penalties of running that unit on violent in the first place, though. You run it on Swift, you're able to get so many additional turns, so you get that third skill up very, very quickly. But, I mean, hey, he's running his on violent. It's been working well for him. And I just don't agree with that Gianna being rune on violent, though, personally. But, hey, Praha and Oliver still alive in here, able to keep YEONHONG's team alive, even though he did lose his Gianna. So it is not over for him. Oliver's still a really impactful unit, but it really is based off of this Praha, who is now gone. ZERA looking like he's taking full control right now, able to cleanse up, and it's a Shizuka Oliver. They need to be the ones to lock things down, but there's a lot of sustain on the side of ZERA.
There is, and ZERA looks really calm, and YEONHONG knows that it's just going to be delaying the inevitable if he continues, opts to give the first point to ZERA.
I love to see that sigh of relief that ZERA just took, man. He got that first round victory. That weight off of your shoulders knowing you are up a game is huge. Definitely helping ZERA's attitude. I'm expecting him to keep up with this style of play and keep moving forward with this, because I think he found a place where YEONHONG was going for a lot of control. I really liked YEONHONG's draft. He was just not able to really take advantage of his opponent there. A lot of sustain. We saw what ZERA drafted there in that game there, and I'm expecting to see him, take that similar route there. I don't think he's going to try and speed contest YEONHONG. I think if he keeps playing this route, it's probably going to work in ZERA's favor.
Yeah, and looking back at that, we talked about also with Miles at the start there, like Miles' consistent damage paired with all those supports. It's like if you can't take down the Miles, then that player is going to be in a really good spot to just overtake you. We saw Oliver try to take out the attack bars, but then we saw the Dirty Rat make sure that Miles was always right there to deal damage.
Yep, that's right. The Raccoon acted as a, kept influencing more damage and more turns into this Miles, and Miles is just putting out so much damage there. But we'll see if we get into this match. Is the Raccoon going to make his way into the pre-ban? We'll find out. But Tianlang Laura now available as we get into round number 2. Pre-ban getting locked in here, and it is going to be YEONHONG, and that Duck Puppeteer is going to get the knife.
No way. That's great. This might be the game where we see ZERA bust out the Vanessa as well as the Bella. But I think if he's got the Oliver, maybe he'll have something else to say. He does take the Oliver right away.
Yeah, definitely takes the Oliver. The common response here for the 24 speed lead has been the Jemire. Jemire and Laura getting locked in for YEONHONG. We'll see what ZERA's going to be drafting here. Is he going to keep going with a speed contest here? Is he going to be drafting turn 2? Let's see what happens. Does he just concede that turn 1 and lets YEONHONG have it with Laura and Jemire?
Yeah, that's a really good question. He's probably weighing those options right now. Does he want to pull back, play Bruise, go turn 2, or does he want to go first? And he goes with his traditional response to the Oliver, but I love it paired with Oliver too. Bella has probably been my favorite monster to watch, frankly, just because I find that unit to be pretty satisfying, but the damage on it is just absurd.
I love the danger of bringing in 233 speed leads with this Bella that we know this unit to be built very, very fast as well, and on violent, I think. The Lima hitting the field, which I think is a great pick here. I do think it may result in a Shizuka, where YEONHONG's kind of has a turn 1 but turn 2-ish style draft here. I think the Camilla's really good. I really like how ZERA's playing right now.
Me too. This draft feels really coherent. There's a lot of really strong picks. I think we are going to get a Shizuka last pick just so that way he gets the 4. That is to say, unless he'd rather pick something that's like is something else just to get the rest through. Devaraja. Oh, there it is.
It's gone. It's gone. It's banned, dude. It's banned. You can't let that through.
Look at that. It's got ZERA literally readjusting, and he's deciding, because do you need to ban? That's the real question. You may not need to if you're confident that your immunity is going to go through, but I'm not sure. I'd love to see it stay in the match, and it does.
We get to see it. Oh, no way! It's about time. We get the Light Indra in. Vanessa's gonna get banned out. We have a really exciting second match here.
And for folks wondering what he does, he provokes a lot, and he gets benefits depending on if he's attacked with a provoke or not. And he can turn SSJ2.
SSJ2, more importantly. We'll see what happens here. We've got the Light Oracle, skills available, throwing it up. You know, that invincibility with immunity up here as well. No reason to use any skills here, so just a little bit of poke damage. And I feel like sometimes that's a tell you can see where he wants to put that damage in. It looks like he wants to get rid of this Dark Cannon Girl Bella as soon as possible.
Oh, no provoke on Bella, actually. This could be moderate to huge. Let's see.
Yeah,
moderate,
we'll see, because that's definitely the one unit that he wants to try and get rid of. And look how tanky this unit is. It just took on Oliver and Camilla, and you can barely even tell it received any damage at all. Definitely the unit that YEONHONG's trying to focus out here, and he wants to get rid of this Dak Bella as soon as possible. You can see a big strip, a little bit of damage coming across. Of course, this Dude, this stack Indra still doing well. Not as much damage as I thought that was going to be honest, coming towards the lineman.
This is definitely one of those units where, like, I love that it made it through, but it may end up being ZERA's undoing. We get a proc from Bella, but Bella is so low that I hesitate to even say that this is like exactly what ZERA needed to come through. Anybody who gets a turn is going to be able to confirm the takedown on Bella.
Yep, has that second skill available, and I feel like I'm still expecting just more damage, and we're not seeing it. But it is going to be enough there to take out that Bella. Bella is gone. That's the unit that YEONHONG really wanted to get rid of. And of course, Oliver's going to get a couple additional turns here with that third skill, sucking up a little bit of attack bar. You're going to see the second skill going to be potentially freezing up this Prada to stop any of the freezing, opting to go for that Dark Angel, nailing that freeze.
Wait a second, he's catching up on that Thunderer count there. He's only got one more turn left. Wait, this war is popping off and ZERA's loving it. You see that? ZERA was laughing.
Insane, man. Crazy when you see that happen with any of these oracles as well. We've got that third skill available. Now's the time to be using it, and he does get his cooldowns right back. All skills available. Dark Andrew looking to get some provokes across the field here, going up against ZERA. Nails those provokes in all the best places. Gets the additional turn as well. Throws in some damage coming towards the Camilla.
Inadvertently cleanses the Camilla, but this is looking to be a little bit too much tempo for YEONHONG. I don't think ZERA has what it takes right now to come back from it. Neither does he. He scoops. We're going to game 3. As much as I love that he let the Dark Indra through, and I think sometimes you do just want to ban that outlier that makes you a little bit, it makes the game more complicated, because having your units provoked, especially in an AoE fashion, is another method of increasing your cooldown time, basically.
That's right. I mean, you're watching these units not being able to do anything but go ahead and, you know, deal with their provoke and waste their turns away like that. I think that Dark Indra is a sneaky pick. I did think the Dark Indra was going to do a little bit more damage than that. So, you know, that being said, it was definitely a unit that became very, very troublesome, because, like, it's so tough when you've got all that. It's able to keep itself alive so well. The provokes were very, very strong, keeping back his opponent, not able to do anything. Like you said, it's like having them reset or stun, because they're not able to utilize anything there. Yeah. It's funny to see YEONHONG in this position, right? He's starting to sweat, man. He's starting to sweat as he gets in this match. He does take that round 1 victory. It's a 1-1 for both these players, but it's like, where's the make or break? Do we see another back and forth? Is ZERA going to respond back and get a victory away from YEONHONG, and becomes a 2-1, then a 2-2, and we go into a game 5, and like, it's just going to be this awesome back and forth between these two players. It's very, very exciting. Who's going to be representing Thailand?
Yeah, this is because we'll have that answer by the end of this. ZERA's looking to be a little... he doesn't look as nervous as I thought he'd be going up against YEONHONG right now. I think it's probably because he had what it took to kind of take that last game in the pick ban phase, but I think he kind of let... You know, he was a little greedy. He was like, I can just kind of let it through, let the Dark Indra through. So I think knowing what he learned from that last game, he can take that experience into this one. And I see Vanessa Bella is in the future, is exactly what I was going to say. Going back to basics, Stoic.
Vanessa Bella was picked faster than that Oliver. Oliver was picked within 3 seconds. Vanessa Bella, both selected within almost 2 seconds. He was able to lock those 2 units in there. It's so fast how he knew exactly what he wanted to pick here. YEONHONG with a Sekhmet who has been consistent throughout the night, and a Praha, which has been very, very good for YEONHONG's side of the field.
And here's the Jameer. I kind of like the Jameer picked deeper into the draft. I like this better. I still like this better, actually. The Miles and the Raccoon. This worked out pretty well for him earlier.
We'll see what happens here. The only issue I have with the Miles and Raccoon is that a lot of people see this so often, so they have very quick response when they see a Miles Raccoon. That being said, I think Miles Raccoon is very, very powerful. Let's see what this last pick is with ZERA. He has some options here. He's got some LD Nat 5s he's been hiding and bringing them out here and there, so it really could be a lot of things right now, but I do think Shizuka is a problem right now for ZERA. I don't see a unit on his field that is a direct response to letting a Shizuka through in dealing with that, but I don't think he likes it either, to be honest.
Yeah, I was, if I'm going to be honest, I think what I was anticipating was a Riley. I was anticipating a Riley in that slot because we've seen him win a game in this situation with the Juno, the Raccoon, and the Riley plus Miles. So I thought a Riley there might actually be nice, albeit a little bit defensive. But with the Abellio in play, he doesn't even need to worry about the Douglas.
Yeah, he really doesn't. I don't think Douglas is going to be that strong. There's that beautiful reset going on top of the Dark Cannon Girl. That's exactly where that needed to go. It doesn't really matter what he does here, but he does go with the second skill to get cooldowns back up. He wants to be able to reset. Potentially just this Miles and Dark Cannon Girl is all he really needs to reset. Beautiful attack bar reduction. He got the resets all day, man. He's got the Oliver that... Oliver's just going to do whatever he wants. There's no immunity. There's no protection. How do you stop the Oliver?
Yeah, that's a great question. Also, I can't help but notice that the Douglas is being completely ignored, and that actually might be more beneficial for ZERA, because if he gets a natural turn, he could take down the Oliver kind of sneakily here with the assistance of Bella, and just like that, the first unit drops.
Yeah, so Sekhmet is easy to deal with here. He was able to get a lot of turns, or a lot of damage there with the Dark Cannon Girl, and then just kind of capitalizes on it with the Douglas there. I don't think that's it. I do think Raccoon is a problem, but there's also no true answer to these water units, and I think Shizuka is still an issue here.
That's true. I'll tell you one thing. If I had to make an argument in the favor of ZERA right now, it'd be that getting rid of that Sekhmet also removes defense break from the pool entirely. So now he doesn't have to worry about extreme burst damage. So I do like that, unless...
Well, defense breaks in the pool now.
Just like that, it's back in the pool. Bummer. And now
he's got to stay on top of this
Oliver.
He has to get rid of this unit. Yep, that's right. I mean, he's got places to put this. I do think he puts that third skill right into the Raccoon. He needs to push that unit back there, and there's a little bit of resistance in there. He's known to be max resisted. He's going to keep putting that damage right into Raccoon. I think that's totally fair. I think the third skill does need to happen, though. He's got to restun up this Miles. Miles getting too many turns, and Miles is going to be coming back because he's definitely not stunned up here.
Good strip. Here comes some big damage from skill 2. He could try to take out the Raccoon here if he's so inclined.
He needs to. I think Raccoon's... He goes for Bella is really interesting, but I guess that's the unit that was going to be going next, and the unit that's going to really help take out this Oliver for sure. I feel like YEONHONG is in a little bit of trouble, and it's not necessarily because of this Douglas. It's more because of this Raccoon in Bella. Like, these two units, he's trying to keep the Raccoon low, he's trying to keep the Bella low, he's trying to get rid of the Bella, but Douglas is just kind of like taking advantage of moments right now.
Yeah, it's like he's just kind of sneaking in and confirming a few takedowns. Like, he isn't even necessarily contributing a ton. I'm really sitting here thinking that maybe that Wild Blow should have gone on the Raccoon instead of on the Bella, because the Bella is getting a lot of wiggle room and just took down another unit.
Yeah, I mean, that's a nice little additional turn there. He's got to stay on top of this Raccoon. Raccoon is one of the main units that he's got to get rid of. I do agree with that hit on top of the Miles to stop the Raccoon from healing up. But Miles is just too much for YEONHONG to handle there. ZERA is going to get the round 3 victory. ZERA is at match point range right now. If he wins this next match, he is actually going to be named the Thai qualifying champion here.
Yeah, and then he'll go to the World Finals and represent the region. That is an incredible honor, and it all rides on this next point. Can he get it? But to be honest, I kind of favor him. ZERA is holding his own, more so than holding his own. He's putting YEONHONG up against the wall right now, and YEONHONG, again, is an equally incredible player.
Yeah, he is. YEONHONG's really starting to sweat right now, and you know, he's giving him a run for his money, that's for sure. I do think YEONHONG can, you know, clap back. We go into a Game 5 for sure. This is definitely a world that, you know, we live in where we can see something like that. But ZERA right now definitely surprising us, definitely bringing a lot of sustain to the table, making a lot of problems for YEONHONG to deal with. And this is great. This is kind of like one of those final matches. This is exactly what we want to see. It's what we want to expect from competitors this great.
Wow, look at this watch party, Stoic. Look at that. Everybody's watching the qualifier right now. That is so exciting. That's what it feels like to watch this thing with you, Stoic. This has been really fun.
It's been fun. It's been exciting, man. I know it's really, really early in the morning for me. We stayed up all night casting these matches in SWC, but to be honest, when the matches are this good, it's so easy to do this, man. It's been great. It's been fun. I love it when we get, you know, entertaining matches like this. And we've got two great people. Couldn't think of better people in there. Maybe Doctor in this final here, but it really is. It's great.
Someone had Doctor on their predictions. I had YEONHONG on my predictions. So, you know, now that he's here, I think I'm getting a little something from the event. Let's see, are these players ready to go into the next one? YEONHONG really needs to think about what he's gonna do. I'm suspecting a pre-ban on the Bella for some reason, just because, and it's, you know, it could be because Bella confirmed 3 kills.
I agree, and in the past that we've seen YEONHONG go and make a very odd pre-ban, something that we had not seen. I don't want to see that happen with YEONHONG right now. I think a pre-ban going onto a Bella, onto a Rune, I think these are all totally fair. Pre-bans going out onto the Dak Puppet Master, we know this is a thing. It's, you know, it's something that ZERA's been trying to draft as well. Praha getting a ban here is interesting. Praha got banned in the last match because ZERA brought the Douglas and didn't want Praha to, you know, really pummel in that kind of damage there. So to see Praha get the ban right now is interesting, but also to me shows that he is going turn 2 and he's stopping one of those turn 2 sustain units YEONHONG brings to the field.
Wait, we've seen this draft from YEONHONG before, and I don't love the way this is starting because it's given ZERA 3 incredible units that he's so comfortable playing with, and he's comfortable playing around what YEONHONG is bringing.
Yeah, that Dak Puppet Master definitely is inside YEONHONG's head right now, and he didn't want that to go into this match because I would assume there's a lot of attack bar reduction that he's trying to draft. We are seeing this Dak Indra coming to the table right now. I think this is still a good pick where there's no cleanse, there's no immunity on the side of ZERA, and if he does draft cleanse and immunity, that says that Dak Indra is going to be going through, and that's exactly what that Veramos is here for. Veramos is being drafted because it says we're letting this through.
What have I been saying, man? I've been calling out the Veramos this whole night, and the Juno, yes!
Beautiful. Beautiful.
We're seeing another Dark Indra game.
Yep, yeah, so 100% letting the Dak Indra through. Ban can go out on either this 5th pick here, or potentially even that YEONHONG.
Yeah, even that. Oh, that's actually a
look
really
how fast
good answer.
You saw the fingers. You saw the fingers on ZERA. He slapped that ban immediately onto the Vrad. He didn't want to see it. Veramos totally makes sense that does get banned out here. I think Juno is a problem, but I don't think as much as a problem as that Veramos would have been.
Yes, I agree, because the AoE cleanse is too much to deal with. Okay, here we go. Strong start from YEONHONG. Again, match point for ZERA. It's all on this.
Really
YEONHONG has to make it happen.
Yeah, very good start for YEONHONG indeed. I don't know why he's not putting that damage directly into the I'm sorry, the Bella. I don't know why he didn't do that. Totally fine. He's got the provokes out there, so it's not going to matter too much. Nice little despair stun, though, happening on top of the Jumai.
Yeah, it really is. And I believe he does get a pretty serious damage reduction, and he reflects it. That was a lot of proccing from the Bella, and you hate to see it, because not only did it heal the Indra, it extended his Thunderer state, and it killed Bella, basically.
That's right. That was absolutely insane that's how that just went down. But we're going to see more damage coming towards this Laura. This should drop the Laura, and it is going to be dropping the Laura. So Laura's coming down here, but this Dak Indra is definitely still going to be a problem for ZERA. He's got lots of this time where he's going to be in this phase. He's able to do a little bit more damage and cause a little bit more problems here for ZERA. We'll see if it is going to be enough here. Any despair stuns is kind of what ZERA is looking for right now. This is a lot of damage, and additional turns popping out. YEONHONG's going to be dropping right there. Looking super good for ZERA. Holy cow, is this going to be it right here?
ZERA just made a huge play with the Bella. I'm telling you, that Bella has been doing big damage, but a clutch proc from the Thunderer. Oh my god. The Indra, Devaraja, really making things happen right now, confirming the kill for a 2nd time on the Bella after Vanessa revived it.
I didn't see him using that 3rd skill. It's not like he needs to get those provokes back up there because that would cause more sustain because of its potential provoke going out onto the Juno. So more damage coming towards the Dak Indra. And of course, more damage is going to be coming towards this Jumire as well. No despair stuns getting locked in here. This is getting pretty crazy right now because it's kind of coming down to the wire where this Oliver's potentially going to get dropped out here, which needs to go. And this Juno is still alive, and the Juno will be a problem because the Juno potentially solos. But let's not forget about this this Vanessa here. The Vanessa with the potential revives that can just flip the switch on everything.
Yeah, and the fact that the Oliver just survived that attack from Jameer actually bodes very well for ZERA right now, because that means that he can focus entirely on the Devaraja right now. Defense break goes out. This could be it. This could be it.
He needs the additional turn coming out right here. Does get the additional turn as well. Is this going to be enough to kill the Juno? It is enough to kill the Juno, but there's the Vanessa passive, and it's going to push back the attack bar. That's a little bit more damage. Now the second skill is available to get it, but I mean, this unit's so tanky right now.
And it's reflecting damage every hit right now. Can he do enough damage to outweigh the reflect? He can't get it. He can't get it.
If he's able to get these provokes, he keeps provokes up 2 turn provokes. Oh, he's going to be able to do this with the Dark Indra. Oh, but the additional turn needs the defense break. Doesn't get the defense break, though.
The Thunderer State reapplication. Here we go. The provoke.
Oh, there's the
Is he going to take it?
Oh my God, it got so close. Was that a 1%? That had to have been less than 1%. I don't know what that was. Holy cow, Dark Indra holding on. Wow.
That was awesome. That was so dope. Dude, the reflect damage got the Vanessa. That was so sick. That was so
Oh, man.
We're going to game 5. We're going to
a game. You know, okay, so what I will say is I get the provokes, 2 turn, a lot of healing makes the deck injury very, very strong. The reflex damage is wild. So it's so much like out of your hand. There's not much you could do because like it just starts popping off. But like back when Gurkha was super broken, I feel like Gurkha was maybe stronger than where this Dak Indra is right now. I think the Dak Indra was really volatile, very good. It clutched it held on. The reflect damage is wild. Man.
Yeah.
Man.
I would agree with you. I think that the 2 turn provokes plus the massive heals from the Gurkha back in the day were strong. Were stronger. Yeah. But like, yeah, I don't think that they would. I don't think that the new monsters would ever get to the point where they're like Gurkha again, because that was pretty bad.
I don't think we're like nerf this unit. It's super broken. I think it's super good, but it's definitely not Gurkha good, because Gurkha good I think would have already shut this thing down like yesterday.
Totally, it would have been patched out right away. I gotta say though, I really like the showing for the dark pajama. Devaraja really like seems to be a strong wall. Like that defense is pretty high, and also like the fact that you can't outpace it with units that aren't really damage dealers. You know, it's like in the whole time you're taking reflect damage back, but when it came down to the wire and like Bella was gone, there was no damage going on that guy.
Yeah, I know. There really was. There was no damage coming towards him. That was so crazy. What a crazy match. I know we talked about oh my God, I already forgot that second match. It was incredible. It was the match of the night in my opinion. But it's coming back to this final. This finals is insane, man. This final just feels so crazy already.
I haven't seen a game like that close in SWC in a very long time. In fact, I don't think I could think of one off the top of my head that was that close. I don't think I've ever seen one decided by reflect damage before. We may have just seen SWC history. I'd have to look back and double check. That was crazy.
ZERA versus SWBattle. That's what I meant. It was such a crazy bout with that best of 5 with ZERA and SWBattle. But right now, with the back and forth that we're having in that match right there coming down to the wire, this has been such a crazy tournament, dude. I am so happy we're going into a Game 5. This deserves a Game 5. These players have been phenomenal, but we decide our champion right here, right now. The pre-bans from last time, that Doc Puppeteer is back, and Bella is going to get the ban. That's the unit that deserves to be banned, finally. YEONHONG doesn't want to see it. Laura gets banned. That's another unit that deserves to see it. Honestly, it should have been Dak Indra and Bella at the bans, and it's crazy that that's not what happened here. YEONHONG even gets the bread and butter. He gets the Oliver first pick. Look at how quick these guys are drafting. This is Game 5. Slow it down, guys. Miles, Cooney being locked in. Praha, Shizuka getting locked in.
It's about time we see the Bella pre-ban, man, but look at this. YEONHONG looks very confident in the way that he's drafting right now. He looks super comfortable. ZERA has been deprived of the Bella, deprived of the Oliver, and now he's going back to what he did in the very first round. I really like where he's going with this, but he needs to bring something that is very threatening at the end here, because right now you just ban the Miles and just take the support monsters head on.
I like that YEONHONG's taking his time right now. This goes back to that first match with ZERA where he just brought a ton of sustain. The Raccoon, Riley, Juno. I hate the Gianna right now. I don't think that's what he needs to see. A Tessarian, I think, is great. And right away, that Tessarian's going to get banned. That Dak Puppeteer is going to get banned again. I think ZERA has the stronger draft right now. This was way better for him when he was able to really get all that sustain locked in here. This is the exact same draft as we saw in that first match that ZERA won.
Yeah, I agree currently. I think that ZERA is in a pretty good spot with this draft. We'll see how it goes. I very well could eat my words, especially after bombs get applied everywhere, but we saw this exact same situation happen in round one. I wasn't a huge fan of the Gianna draft. I think it was a little too late after all of these units are here. Look at that Raccoon, he's so quick to cleanse off the bomb. I'm afraid that ZERA might have this in the bag right out here, but again, I'm calling it pretty early, so anything could happen.
No, I called it in that draft, man. When he laid down that Gianna, I hated every bit of it. Bombs resisted with the Miles here. Miles getting additional turns. I think Gianna's going to be dropping shortly. Oliver needs to pop off, push back a ton of attack bar. There are two max resistance units out here with the Riley and that Raccoon, but he's really trying to focus on putting that damage and removing that Miles from the field. That is the biggest problem out here. Does land that bomb on top of the Raccoon, and YEONHONG really needs to make all the right decisions, because in that first match, he just wasn't spreading out where, like, maybe he was spreading his damage too thin, but whatever the situation was, it doesn't matter, because losing that Gianna right there, that right there says so much. Being down a unit is insane.
It is, and you can bring it back for a second, but it's not quite it. I just think, but he's getting some really solid damage in on this Miles all of a sudden. This is starting to stack up here, Stoic. Wait a second. If he gets, he needs to go skill 1 and then skill 2. Can he confirm the kill right here? And is it enough, even if it goes down? Because Juno might be able to carry it. Split the damage.
Yeah, if he was able to get the kill on the Miles, I think YEONHONG, is able to flip it, but I don't think that's what's going to happen here. I think too much sustain's coming out. Miles is going to be way too healthy in the point where, there's just not a ton of damage that YEONHONG's able to bring to the table. This Miles is staying alive, and that's the problem here. There's no reason to use the heal. He has to keep pumping that damage.
Should he have gone for skill 2 to see if he got a lucky crit there? I mean, we'll see. He's making the progress again.
Exactly. Well, there's going to be a lot more healing coming this way right now, and he just needs additional turns up the hoo-ha here, and he's trying to get it. He's got that third skill happening here. He's pushing back lots of attack bar. He's got to stay on the Miles, to be honest. He's already too invested. He keeps looking to push attack bar back on the Raccoon, and that's not what's happening, because the Prod's not following up fast enough to go Oliver into that, and that's a Despair Stun shutting down everything. YEONHONG, his damage has been slowed a whole lot with that Despair Stun going out right on top of his Oliver.
Yeah, I think it's a little late now. Everybody's back up to full because of the passive healing from the Raccoon, the active healing from the Juno. Look at this. It looks like the game just started for ZERA, and all of a sudden dots go out, and Oliver dies to the dots. Everything's falling apart for YEONHONG, and ZERA is looking like he wants to be the champion of the Thai qualifier.
He really does. He's looking great, and right there is the nail in the coffin in my eyes. No reason to push another button. Well done, ZERA. He is the Thai qualifying champion.